I don't want to get rid of anything with Kirlia yet. Just need one energy here. And just kind of keep working through nice and patiently. And I'm going to keep moving the damage onto... Wait, how come... Why can't I do Painful Spoons? It's frozen. Is there a reason I can't do that? Wait, where's the game log? Hello, it's Uncommon Fossil. Taking a look at a Banette deck, this time with Gardevoir, both for the Kirlia engine and powering up, giving us some other attacking options in the deck. So, Banette EX, 250 HP, Stage 1. Of course, gives up 2 prizes. Primarily, we're attacking with the first attack a lot, which is super annoying. And actually, this doesn't need Gardevoir, but Gardevoir does open up certain options in the deck, as we'll see as we get into it. But Everlasting Darkness for 1 Psychic Energy does 30 damage. Not much, but then during your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. So item lock is super annoying and very effective and can really set up wins for sure. And then Poltergeist, which is an attack that has synergy with it for 2 energies, does 60 damage per trainer card in your opponent's hand. So your opponent reveals their hand. You also get to see all the cards in their hand, so hand knowledge is good. And since they couldn't play any items in the previous turn or previous turns, if you kept the item lock on, they should have a lot of trainers in hand, and you can do big damage there. So we can one-shot some things with Banette EX as well once we get going. So 3 of the Stage 1s, and I think 4 of the Shuppets, the basic. And then we play a Mew EX. It's a psychic attacker, potentially, right? Genome hacking. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon attacks and use this attack as 3 colors energy. And it's a psychic energy, so we can toss energy onto it with Gardevoir. So Gardevoir lets us attack with Mew besides being a pivot and having its ability restart, which is nice as well. That's a big part of it too. Once during your turn, you may draw a card. You have 3 cards in hand. So just just sequence out so you get the most cards with Mew. Generally, what you want to do. So we're playing, as I said, it's a Gardevoir deck as well. 2 copies of Gardevoir. Psychic Embrace. You can accelerate a psychic energy from the discard pile to one of your psychic Pokemon as often as you like. When you do that, though, you put 2 damage counters on it. I'm sure you're familiar with it. You can't knock out your Pokemon with it, so if you happen to have something stuck in the active, you can't use Gardevoir's ability to knock that Pokemon out. And then it does do 190 damage as an attack at 310 HP. It's our tankiest Pokemon, so it is a viable attacking option there. And then Kirlia's, and then it's a 3/3, 2 of the EXs, 3 of the basics, 3 of the Kirlias. Kirlia, of course, refinement. Discard a card from hand, draw 2 cards. Super awesome there. Playing the Ralts with Memory Skip, because that's the best attack as long as you play Psychic Energy. And then we also play, what do we have here? We've got 1 copy of Screamtail, which is just goes with the Gardevoir attacking option. It does 20 damage for 2 energies for each damage counter on this Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so you can hit the bench as well. We don't play a tool to up the HP, but we can get 80 times 2 is 160, so 160 on a single prize Pokemon, including hitting the bench, is very nice. We can clean up something on the bench is one of the uses that it has, or, we'll figure out what you want with it. Oh, we play 1 copy of the single prize Banette. This has a useful ability. We can attack with it too, but once during your turn, you may put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. If you do, you put this Pokemon in the Lost Zone. It'd be the Banette and the basic Shuppet, and the other attached cards like energies, if they happen to be there, would get discarded. So just gets you a supporter back as an option, which is a nice little option over the course of the game too. And then 1 copy of Radiant Alakazam. Really important card, I think. Painful Spoons ability. You put 2 damage count. You can move up the 2 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another of theirs. And then Mind Rule Attack is useful at times, so keep it in mind. 20 per damage per card in your opponent's hand. So if they build up a big hand, which some decks like to do, we have that as an attacking option as well. 8 basic Psychic Energies. We don't need a lot because we accelerate them from the discard pile is at will, essentially. So that's why we can get with a lower number. We just have to get energies going to start with. We really want to get some energies in hand and then discard them with the Ralts. Okay, getting into the trainers here. Hit the Pokemon search for Buddy-Buddy Poffin, for Nest Ball, for Ultra Ball. We play, 2 copies of Calamitous Wasteland. this pairs with Banette. Your retreat cost of each basic non-fighting Pokemon, which are most, there's not a ton of fighting. Obviously they exist, but retreat cost is 1 more. So your opponent can't play any items, assuming we attack with Banette EX, so then with the first attack, so then they can't get out of the act, so they can't use a switching card, so they would have to, there might be a supporter or 2 that could do the switching, but primarily then they're forced to retreat if we get something stuck there they don't want, and making it harder to retreat. So that has value and synergy in this deck. We do play, I'll mention, since I'm talking about stadiums, we play Lost Vacuum. Let's Lost Zone a stadium or a tool, right? Generally, we don't want to get rid of our stadium, although we might, right? If we have new EX in the active, at some point in the game, we need to get rid of the stadium, but usually it's to get rid of something on our opponent that we don't like, right? Then we play 2 copies of Counter Catcher. It's not doing huge damage with a lot of these attacks, so we can fall behind. It can be a comeback deck as we kind of grind down our opponent, so that's good, but 2 copies of Boss's Order as well. There, we do play Prime Catcher. This is a deck where I'm really torn between Prime Catcher and Hero's Cape. Hero's Cape gives your Pokemon plus 100 HP, which goes from the 250 on the Banette to 350, which makes it very tough to one-shot, which is nice. And we're hitting a bunch of times, item locking, slow your opponents down, so that buying an extra turn or 2 is a big deal. So Hero's Cape definitely has value. Makes sense in the deck. If you want to play Hero's Cape, I get it. But on the other hand, since we're taking away our opponent's ability to play switch cards, any switching item, Prime Catcher also has value. If we can get something stuck in the active, just slow them down. So I'm playing Prime Catcher, but that certainly is debatable. I'll hit the other items here. 4 copies of Trekking Shoes. Just dig through the deck faster, right? Get the energies in the discard. That's part of it. Get through the deck. So it's just good, right? Look at the top card of your deck. You can put it into hand or discard it and draw the next card. 1 Rod is just a very useful card here. And that's it for the items. And then supporters, I think I already said the 2 boss. 2 Professor Turo Scenario. Our Radiant Alakazam, our Banette EXs in particular, they're getting hit. Hopefully not one shot as we slow them down. So getting them out of play before they get knocked out is very useful. So I do like that in the deck. 2 Ciphermaniacs Codebreaking. Search your deck for 2 cards, put on top of your deck. Pairs very well with Kirlia, right? Kirlia, discard a card, draw 2 cards. So we play Ciphermaniacs Codebreaking first. We get whatever exact 2 cards we want off the Kirlia. And then for Iono, just to help set up or recycle. Just a very useful, versatile card in a lot of decks, and I think it makes sense in this list. So that's the list. Fairly straightforward deck. It's kind of a mashup that I think is an interesting one with the Gardevoir and the Banette. Just opens up a few options, a few lines between taking prizes or kind of slowing things down a bit, control, the item lock. So I do like the deck. It's working pretty well. So let's take a look at the list in action. All right, see how things go here. As is often the case, we'd love to go first as an evolution deck, and we get to go first, and we have a good number of search cards to get Pokemon in play. Hopefully we get a good number of basic Pokemon into play our first turn. All right, not terrible. I prefer Ralts not to be the starter necessarily because I got to switch it, but okay, taking a mulligan as well. Okay, so a Lost Zone deck. Okay, look, they can't play, we saw a switch card there. They can't play that. They can't play Mirage Gate. So item lock, I'm really liking in this matchup, I gotta say. So I think I want to get down. They're going second, so they could take a knockout their first turn. Okay. So they started Giratina, which isn't terrible. Actually, that's kind of good for me, I think. I'll do a Trekking Shoes first. Let's see what I hit. I kind of like that. I don't know. I'm not like with Buddy-Buddy Poffin. I'm not. All right, I'll grab those 2. I probably should have let that guy go, but let's see. I think I want. I'm gonna grab 2 Shuppets. Honestly, I think that I like that situation here. Look at the other cards and see what the pricing is a little bit. Okay, so 1 Banette's prized, attached to a Shuppet, and end turn. Okay, and I have Prime Catcher, so I don't necessarily have to attach retreat So that's really good as well. Memory Skip could be useful too in this matchup. I mean, if they have a bad... okay, so Sableye. All right. I mean, I don't have Manaphy, so just have to be careful there, but, you know, they didn't get any Comfies in place, so that's very good. So it's not a good start for them. I should get... I will get, actually, my item lock in place. I will get that Sableye into the active, so that's really, really good, actually. Maybe, no, I need to... what do I want to get rid of here? I'll get rid of a Shuppet. And grab my Banette EX. I'm going to just Prime Catcher. I mean, it's not great. I could Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking just to draw, just to get my top deck for next turn, right? The item lock, this is pretty good. I think I need to use Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking. So I want a Kirlia. And I want... I think I want to see some cards, so I'm going to Iono. Maybe I should have done the order reverse there. I'm not certain. But anyway, what happens? You know, and if my opponent Ionos me, then I'm okay there. Look, they probably are going to... you know, they want a Colress, of course. But now they need, you know... so they... okay, so, you know, this is one where tools being items hurts this deck, right? It impacted certain decks. It helped my opponent there, right? I mean, tools not being items anymore. I think I might have said it wrong, right? Before, a year or so ago, tools had been considered items. It makes more sense that they're not, I gotta say. Maybe I don't want to Iono, now that I think about it. I think I don't Iono because they're not doing anything. So I'm gonna get rid of at Counter Catcher because I'm still liking my position. I will. I mean, at some point I can just blow them up as well, right? 60, but I need 4. I need to have what 6 times 4. It's possible, you know. At this next turn, maybe I want to... well, I need to hit the energy, and I don't know if I'm going to get that. So they got the Colress. So maybe I should have attached to my active, because now I have a good chance of blowing up the Giratina V, which is very nice for me, right? So I think maybe I missequence things. I will, but I have the Kirlia, right? So I think I'll have to think what I want to do here. Did I ditch a Turo scenario yet? I did not. So, I mean, I need to take the knockout this turn, right? That's what needs to happen. If I can make that work, right? So let me... I'll get rid of the Kirlia. I'm very torn about what to do here. All right, I got the energy. That's really what I wanted. I should take the knockout, and this should be... this might... now, look, they break the item lock. I mean, the item lock this turn, but 540. So, you know, keep the item lock on, do the big damage. Take 2 prizes. They can play items now, though. And so we'll see how it goes. I think, did I play my Prime Catcher? I did. So, okay, we'll see what happens here. If they Colress, they actually can attack with Sableye, and I don't really love that, I gotta say, the way things have stacked up. So they get to play Mirage Gate. Okay, they're gonna attack with Radiant Greninja, take out both guys on the bench, but that's not great. I mean, that's a little dicey for them, I gotta say. I do think it's dicey. They catch up on prizes with this move. So I kind of like it. I don't know if I want to bench Mew. So maybe I should have been more aggressive to get that Banette evolved, though. That might have been a mistake on my part. I assume they're going to take out the 2 guys on the bench. But see what I draw, you know. If I get a boss, I can take out this Giratina V, right? I'd have to draw a boss, though. I have to draw into it at this point. So I can't take out both Giratina Vs. So now I'm in trouble. I was doing well, and I think I played a little slop. I think I played sloppy there. Because now I'm in a bad spot. I think I kind of let this happen to myself. I wasn't playing it as well as I should, probably. So, but I keep the item lock on this turn. That's simple. So I think I Iono here. So they can't attack, right? So I want to. I don't think I want to ditch both Turos. That's part of what I'm thinking. So I want to. I think I want to get my engine going still, right? What do I have? What do I have? I have a Kirlia. I have a Shuppet. I have a Banette. Let's see. Do I have Rod in deck still? Okay, I do. But that's okay. Oh, look, they can't really attack this turn. They can comfy. I mean, they can cram it. Sorry, is what I was trying to say. And if they gust up the Ralts, then he's out of play, and I am not happy about that. But so I'm gonna toss on. I think I'm gonna chuck my stadium into play. Actually, I'm gonna do that and just give them the poke and keep them item locked. And because now they can't retreat. If they want to retreat, they have to manually attach, and that's not good for them, right? They do not want to manually attach and retreat because they can't while they're in item lock, right? Because they really want a Mirage Gate. Let's in the Lost Zone, by the way. I need to be paying attention. Oh, they have Jet Energy though, so that's effective too. So I'm gonna get 2 more cards in the Lost Zone, but so they can take me out with their VSTAR attack this next turn. If they get it, you know, they can't use Ultra Ball, but they have a good chance of making that happen. So, well, that's nice too. So I will play this boss, right? I'll get rid of this Banette, I think, because I need an attacker going. Well, that's stinky. So how do I work this? The Giratina could take me out in 2 turns. The Radiant Greninja can attack in 2 turns as well. If they bump the stadium, though, they could retreat him this turn. So I'm going to make this play, just because the retreat cost and where energy is and all that stuff. So just keep them from getting established. I need to get another Banette. I desperately need another Banette set up. So buying time right now to get that to happen, right? I need a Banette. And if I can't pull that off soon, I will just lose the game. That's what I'll say. I think, right? Because then once my current Banette gets knocked out, I just lose. There's only 1 Banette in deck. I do have Kirlia now, though. Calamitous Wasteland is nice as well. So potentially they can take the knockout this turn, right? I don't really like that, I gotta say. I really don't. I'll get rid of an energy because I have Counter Catcher. Boss. I really don't. Man, I'm not happy at the moment, is what I would say. The Gardevoir EX is good as well, but I'll just keep the item lock on. Because if I knock the guy out, right, if they Jet Energy, they can't attack, though. So they still can't retreat. They can't play an item to switch. They can't play Mirage Gate to accelerate their energies. So Forest Seal Stone. I don't know what they'll do. They could, if they grab Jet Energy, but that's, you know, I don't know what they're doing. All right, getting Colress makes sense, I guess. I gotta get that Shuppet into play hand. But unfortunately, I'm down to 1. Actually, I should use the Rod, shouldn't I? I should use the Rod because that's what I need to do here before I draw cards. Oh, I got the Shuppet. Super awesome there. So I like that a lot. And I kind of, if they get the knockout, I do want the counter catcher though, right? So that's kind of what I want to happen here. So I don't think they can still attack, right? I think they're still 2 attachments away from attacking. Let's see. I just got to take a look at what's in the lost zone as well, and the discard pile, just to see what they're working with here. Boss. Okay. I mean, that's a good play. So I'm going to evolve into Gardevoir. That's what I'm going to do. And I can retreat. I can power myself up and retreat, so that's good as well. So I will do this. I will stick 2 energies on myself and retreat. Energy. And energy. I mean, I only have 2 in the discard pile. I haven't done a good job of that. I'm very guilty of failing in that regard, but I retreat. Get the item lock. I'm going to Alakazam here as well. Keep him stuck in the active. I want to take out this Sableye. I just want to start to get prizes, just start taking prizes as fast as possible. And just keep on the item lock. So, the deck is going well. I was able to get the Gardevoir out of the Ralts out because of the Gardevoir. If I just, of course, if I didn't play the Gardevoir, the Ralts Gardevoir line, he wouldn't have been stuck. But who knows what would happen instead, right? So, bossing again now. Okay, I mean, they know I damaged myself 40 more, so it's not really sustainable what they're doing there. That's the good news about it. So, do I want to get? All right, so I don't put energy, by the way. I want Ralts. I want Kirlia. Do I want the Mew back? I'm going to grab the Mew, because the Mew's actually scary, too. Because I don't have a VSTAR, so I could do that as well, right? So wait, did I chuck Shuppet back in the deck? No, actually, I have a Shuppet, so I want Ralts, right? And I have Kirlia, I have a Gardevoir, I have Banette EX, so that's all very nice there. I will accelerate some energy back onto Gardevoir. Just doing the plays. Sorry, taking apologies to my opponent one since these turns are being slow. But, it's working. So what can I say? I'm going to move the damage off the active in this case because I want to get that. Just get him 10 away from being knocked out next turn. And just do this. Right? At this point, I probably should have started moving energy off this Giratina V sooner. I'm thinking that I should have done that as well. My opponent may deck out or concede too. Look, I'm being a little slow. In my apologies for that. Just trying to think it through. I'm going to take a prize on him and just double check. I can move from one to another. I'm just trying to take a look. So I'm going to move. Next turn, I move 2 damage counters off the Giratina VSTAR. I can't split it, so my opponent conceded, right? The item lock, really effective against that deck. They played some Jet Energy. I don't know how many they play, but not enough, not consistent. And the Jet Energy just doesn't, help with paying the attack cost as much as they would like. So, I see that Radiant Greninja. I think I was a little sloppy early game. I don't know. Maybe my opponent just played it very well, too. That's always possible. I don't want to take away my opponent's skill, but hey, item lock really came through like a star that game. All right, let's see how things go here. Had a nice game last time, got a good win. I mean, it wasn't good in terms of excitement, but it was good in that it was a win. And the item lock did its thing, which makes for a slow, grindy game. So I really shouldn't be complaining about the games being slow with a deck like this, right? It's gonna just take your time, be patient. So going second, don't like that, but you know, taking a mulligan like that even less. All right, at least they're taking a mulligan as well. Metal Energy, is it Goldengo? Don't know. All right, I'll start the Ralts, I think. Let's see what I'm up against. So, Dialga VSTAR. Well, this is, I think, bad news for me, right? They're going first. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, I have Memory Skip. Potentially, if they can't evolve, then the Memory Skip becomes useful. I really got to kind of... Okay, Buddy-Buddy Poffin. That's a nice get for sure. So how am I going to work this? Well, obviously we'll see what happens. It's I don't know that I want to Iono this turn. I have, with Buddy-Buddy Poffin, that's a nice get for sure. Do I put 2 Shuppets in play or 1 Shuppet? That's kind of the question. I think I want to keep the Ultra Ball. I'll do this. Honestly, if they... So we'll see what they do here. They didn't get energy going, so that part's good. I have... yeah, I think I'll attack with the Ralts. I have Prime Catcher, but again, I don't really think I want that. So just do this. I could have done the Shuppet with the coin flip, hope to be item locked. So I'll do this one. If they attack without doing damage, I kind of, it's not... If they get 3 energies and play at the end of their next turn, I'm not thrilled about it, but well, it's better than giving up prizes. All right, Zamazenta goes away. If they had gotten 2 energies in the discard pile, that's the play they wanted to use the metal coating attack. So obviously I could have stopped them from playing Ultra Ball. Potentially, that is. It wasn't a guarantee at all. So they get Matang down. Matang's scary. Very scary, right? So I'm going to... Ideally for this matchup, I get Radiant Greninja in the active, and Oh, they whiffed there. That's super good. So they're not going to attack this turn, I don't think. Well, they could attach manually. What I want to do is get the Radiant Greninja in the active, get my Stadium in play, and then they have to attach twice before they can do anything. All right, so they're going to get the knockout now. The memory skip was kind of probably not going to work, right? As long as they evolved, they got out of that situation. They're pretty well set up. So, that was a huge... What did I do? I just really messed up big time there, didn't I? I promoted the wrong Pokemon, because I need to... I can't... Can I get... that's horrible. Okay, so what do I do here? That's kind... I just probably gave my opponent the game. Because I needed to use Prime Catcher. That's what needed to happen. It was very simple. I needed to Prime Catcher. I attack with Banette, though. That's still the play, I think. I don't like this. Is not good, though. I'm behind in prizes, so this works out, right? So I'm going to item lock them. Okay, I might have gotten luckier than I deserve. Okay, so I'm going to... I want to play the Prime Catcher. I'm hoping to hit the Stadium. I didn't, but that's okay. Prime Catcher still slows them down, right? They have to now attach an energy to the Radiant Greninja, and that part's good, right? And I'll just start, I think with my Alakazam, I think I'm going to start moving energy onto Dialga with the energy, the VSTAR. I know it's a slow process, but I think, you know, if I can stop them, obviously, from using their V-Star attack, that's the awesome thing to do, right? So they're probably going to attack this turn, but it's one less energy on the Dialga V-Star, right? That's the nice thing about this, because they're going to have to manually attach to the Radiant Greninja. Okay, they only got one. That's good. Hopefully, and they can't use Ultra Ball or anything like that, so they're not going to attack this turn, right? They're saying, I'm not going to attack. I don't think I would have Iono because they missed what they wanted. And I like that too. So I'm going to... Right, and Metang only goes... Oh, no, they can accelerate with Metang to the Radiant Greninja as well. So, but... I'm going to get rid of the Iono. It's a kind of a risky play, but I think I want to keep the counter catcher, my other counter catcher still. All right, well, this is actually pretty good. So get down a Ralts. And yeah, I'm liking this. I can evolve him next turn. I'll do this. This is all shaping up pretty good here. You know, I don't know. I might just get wiped out as well here. Just make sure. Did I use Radiant Alakazam? Yes, I did. I did Painful Swoons that turn. Just trying to. I thought I did. Obviously, it was. If I didn't, it was too late to change it. But at least it's good to know that I made a mistake, to try to. The idea of avoiding the mistake in a future turn, right? That's always useful as well. It's better not to make the mistake, of course. But then if you do, you want to identify the mistakes and figure out what you can do about it in the future. So they have the 5 on the Dialga V-Star. They can obviously one-shot my Banette as well at some point. So we'll see. So now they have 6, so 7. So now they do one-shot my Banette, which I don't love that, I gotta say. I really don't. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe I gust up this other Dialga. Maybe I could do that as well, right? I'll bench this. I don't really want to use this guy, though, at this point. Do I want to counter catcher somebody? How many energies do they have? They probably play a lot, right? Do I want to gust up this other Dialga V-Star? I'm wondering if that's the play. Just slow him down like that. Since they have the energy on the other guy, right? And then I will Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking. So I want to grab, what do I want here? I want a Gardevoir, and I want a Turo. Yeah, you know, the question is, can you power that guy up? And I'm going to say you can't. That's my thought. I'm going to say you can't power him up. But we'll see what happens. Not going to drop my stadium yet. Just keep the item lock on. And see what they do. You know, see, they can hit into me. They probably can't one-shot me, which is why the Turo scenario is really useful, for sure. Just getting another turn that way. So they're going to attach active and just start doing some damage. But not a lot, right? And the fact that they can't get their other Metangs evolved is very good for me as well, right? So Metal Blast 80. There's, you know, now that there's a decent chance they can knock me out. So I'm going to get rid of Calamitous Wasteland. I can Prime Catcher back? Oh, that's unfortunate that I got rid of the stadium then, isn't it? It really is. So I think I want to... Do I want to Turo this guy to play? I think I do at this point. So what's my energy count? Just 2. Okay, so my Scream Tail's not doing much at all. I don't want to get rid of anything with Kirlia yet. Just need one energy here. And just kind of keep working through nice and patiently. And I'm going to keep moving the damage onto... Wait, how come... Why can't I do Painful Spoons? It's frozen. Is there a reason I can't do that? Wait, where's the game log? Uh-oh, the game's kind of locked up here. So now I can't play. I don't know what's happening. So I can't do anything now. So now the game's locked up on me. So maybe... Oh, this is terrible. Okay, well, this is... Am I going to attack here? I wanted to do some other things first, right? I don't know if my attack's even going to work. Because, you know, I lost the game log. The game's not working right. So it's looking to me like live is being live here, which is unfortunate, right? I gotta say. I've been generally... Well, look, when live was announced, I was excited about it, like pretty much everybody was. Then as live went, I wasn't in the region where the beta was available till it became available globally, and I didn't want to play with a VPN. So, but paid attention to what was happening and saw it was pretty much a train wreck. And now it's been an up and down ride. It had been, you know, there had been times it's been doing well, and I can't, you know, this isn't good. So I'm going to end my turn without doing anything, and you know, the game's just messed up, unfortunately. So I guess my turn's going to end. I don't know. So my timer went red. It timed out. So these are new problems in live, I got to say. Things I haven't seen before. You know, I don't know what happened. So it's, you know. So I guess I'm going to have to concede at this point. So I timed out, right? I guess I just say concede, and I'm probably going to take the loss. I don't know if we're both taking a loss with this. So the live did its live thing, and you know, hopefully it lets me concede. So, because you know, when you try to concede in the middle of a turn too, sometimes it doesn't let you concede until it gets to a certain point in the game too. So anyway, that was stinky, and I'm gonna exit live and reboot. That's the one thing you want to do, is just close down live and restart it. So I'm going to do that now.